Welcome to Texas Boxing Scene. It's good to be back. We got some great news today. Bam! Jesse Rodriguez will be back. He'll be back on the Canelo Triple G card. Before we get into that, please like, share, and subscribe. Texas Boxing Scene on YouTube. All proceeds from this channel go to autism research and recovery. So please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It's Texas. Sorry about that. The little bell icon. Subscribe. Let you know every time we drop some new content. All right, guys. Bam Rodriguez, like I said, is back. It's only been a little over 2 weeks since his sensational win over future Hall of Famer, legend of the ring, Surisakat Sorungvisai. So it's not going to be a long layoff. He's right back in the news, right back in in action. You know, I don't love it. Look, everyone else, I get he's 22, and these weren't real difficult fights for him, but he's fighting guys naturally bigger than him. He's a fighter. He's hot right now. His name is surging. You know, if you made a list of the top pound for pound 15, for sure he's got to be on it. But this is coming just it's September 17th, so it'll be less than 3 months off the Srisakat Rungvisai fight. He's fighting Israel Gonzalez of Mexico. You've seen Israel Gonzalez before. He's a solid fighter. He fought for 2 world titles in 2018. And then he fought Chocolatito in 2020. He lost all of them. He's over 3 in his title fights. He fought Jerwin and Tejas and lost. That was in Corpus Christi. That was on the Gilberto Ramirez Habib Ahmed card back in February of 2018. He did okay in that fight. Then 8 months later, 9 months later, he fought Caliafai. He lost a competitive unanimous decision in that fight. Put together a couple wins. And then in 2020, he lost to Ramon Chocolatito Gonzalez about a year and a half ago. He's a rugged guy. He's won a couple fights in a row. He hasn't lost since the Chocolatito fight. He's 3-0-1. This is a little bit, I don't want to say easier fight, but it's not as big a challenge as his last 2 fights, which were Rungvisai and Quadras. So it's a good challenge. Bam Rodriguez right now has got to be the front runner for Fighter of the Year. He's got to be front runner for Performance of the Year. He's probably first and second. He's had that kind of year. It's been a remarkable year that I predicted for Bam. I think, if you look at the top fighters in the sport right now, young fighters, it's him, Stevenson, and Haney. I know Haney's got all the belts at 35, so I'll give him full credit for that. But I still think Bam's the best fighter of the bunch, and I think Stevenson's second, and then Haney's third. Not to discredit Haney in any way, shape, or form. He's a great fighter, but right now, a lot of these young fighters are red hot right now, and I think Bam is the best of the lot. I think Bam's the future of the sport. I think he'll be when all said and done, he could very well be the best little man ever. He's that good. I don't love this fight. I talked to him, and you can go check out the video on our page. The post-fight press conference and his pre-fight interview I did with him, he said he was going to go back down to 112. He's fighting bigger guys, stronger guys, naturally much bigger than him. And they're wearing on him. I like to see him get a little longer rest, a little more rest, but right now he's hot. Keep feeding him the ball kind of thing, right? Like, I'd like to see him come back a little later in the year, but it's a Canelo card. It's a great card for him. It's great. A lot of people are going to see it. Gets his name out there. It puts him in front of casuals who would watch a Canelo fight, who aren't watching, super flyweights. But I wanted to see him fight Nakatani next. I wanted to see him go back down to 112. Looking like, he's going to stay at 115. I don't blame him. That's where the money is. That's where the big fights are. Eddie Hearn's got a stable of guys he can match him with at 115. So it works. So he'll be back on Canelo GGG3. That's in Las Vegas. That's September 17th, and he's going to fight Israel Gonzalez, former 3-time world title challenger, who's come up short in each of those fights. But he's been, like I said, he's been competitive. And there's no other additional news on that undercard yet. That's all we've got so far. So it's great to see Bam back. I said Bam, when Bam I was in Arizona when Bam fought Quadras for his title. And I was sitting next to Hans from Boxing Insider and Chris Algieri was walking by. And I told him Bam was the best fighter I think I've ever seen come out of Texas. And that includes Errol Spence. They laughed and chuckled at me like I'd said something silly. They're not laughing anymore, right? Bam is that special. Bam is unique. His footwork, his angles, his power, his able to throw shots with power in combination and get out of the way and avoid your heavy artillery. He's something special. He's something unique right now. I think a year or two from now, Bam is #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. I really, really think that. I think when it's all said and done, he could go down as the best little man ever. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Texas Boxing Scene. Again, let me know what you guys think. It's just a little too early. Again, I think Bam's gonna win. It's not like I don't think he's gonna win. I just, I think big picture wise, it'd be wise. Everyone else fighting once, twice a year. For him to take a little longer break. I think he'll win. I think he'll probably get a stoppage. He's that good. So I don't think it's like negatively affect him. I just think ideally, why rush him back so quick? That's 3 fights in 7 months. Who else is doing that right now? I don't think it's necessary, but he'll win. I mean, he'll get a sensational win. It'll be great to see him. And I think if he gets that win, he cements himself as fighter of the year. It's going to be hard to give it to anyone else. I mean, you'd really have to look for someone else to give it to. I don't think Bivol is going to fight again this year. So Bivol's 1 win doesn't outweigh Bam's 3, assuming he gets the 3rd, which he will. So who else would you give it to? Shakur Stevenson, his wins aren't, they're not more impressive. Devin Haney, he's got 1 win. They're not more impressive. He's dismantling, dominating, destroying guys bigger than him. This is special stuff we're seeing from Bam Rodriguez, and I think that's going to continue on September 17th in Las Vegas on Canelo GGG3. So like, share, subscribe, Texas Boxing Scene. All proceeds from the channel do go to autism research and recovery. Guys, near and dear to our heart. So please like, share, and subscribe. From Texas to the world, thank you, and God bless.